Hello Year 3, this is your literacy lesson with Miss Callaghan on Thursday the 28th of January 2021. Your learning objective for today is to analyse an information text about plants. Please write the date and the learning objective in your literacy books now. To start with today, I want you to look at these two pictures. The first one, what is this place? Find them outside of your house, a bit of space outside your house, sometimes with some grass, maybe some flowers. And then what is this person's job? He seems to have a lot of equipment. What could he use that equipment for? So here we've got a garden, and the person was a gardener. And we're going to be learning about suffixes. So a suffix is a group of letters used at the end of a root word to turn it into another word. In this example, garden is the root word, is the suffix, and gardener is the new word. Garden, add gardener. So using what we've just learnt about root words and suffixes, can you help me with this example? We've got multiply is the root word, your suffix is ing. What would the new word be? Well done if you said multiplying. Now try these in your books. You've got 3 root words and 3 suffixes, and you're going to create 3 new words. The first one, garden, is the root word, add your suffix, which is ing, and your new word is, write it in your book, and then try it for the next 2 questions. Press pause while you do this and then press play when you've finished to continue with the lesson. Let's check your answers. So the first one, garden, add ing, is gardening. Number 2, limit, add ed, limited. And our final one, limit, add ing, limiting. Well done if you got those written in your book. Today we're going to start looking at some spelling rules that can help us when adding suffixes. First we're going to look through the alphabet, and we're going to spot which letters are vowels. So we should know that there are 5 vowels. We've got A, E, I, O, and U. Those are the 5 vowels. All the other letters are consonants. Using that knowledge, remember we've got A, E, I, O, and U as vowels. Which of these suffixes begin with vowels? They've got to begin with one of these 5 letters. Does ed begin with a vowel? Yes, it begins with an E. So this suffix begins with a vowel. What about less? That begins with an L. So that one doesn't begin with a vowel. This one, again, L. We know L's a consonant, so it can't be that one. Ing begins with an I. A-E-I-O-U. I is, of course, one of our vowels. Ness begins with an N. Nope, that one's not beginning with a vowel. Asian begins with A. That raindrop is a vowel. Est. Does est begin with a vowel? Yes, it begins with an E, so this suffix begins with a vowel. Full, F is a consonant, S is a consonant, E, yep, E is a vowel, so the suffix begins with a vowel, and OUS begins with an O, so that one begins with a vowel. When adding our suffixes that start with vowel letters to words containing more than one syllable, we need to be really, really careful. And there's a special rule that we need to do. I think we all know from our word aware lessons that a syllable sounds like a beat in the word. So we're going to have a look at these 5 words, and we're going to sort them into words that have one syllable and more than one syllable. You can clap them out if you find that helps you. So begin. Begin. Is that one syllable or more than one syllable? Listen carefully. Begin. Begin has 2 syllables. Let's write 2 next to it. What about forget? Forget. Again, that has 2 syllables. What about shine? Shine. 1 syllable. Garden. Garden. 2 syllables. And finally, rain. Rain has 1 syllable. The spelling rules are for those words that contain more than 1 syllable. So words like begin, forget and garden. We might have some special rules that we need to use when adding suffixes. Today's rule is if you are adding a suffix to a word that ends in a silent E, then the word loses the silent E when the suffix is added. So adore is a word with more than 1 syllable. Adore. It ends in a vowel, it ends in an E, and we're going to lose the silent E when we add the suffix. So this suffix is ing. So the root word adore, lose the E, add the ing, and you get the word adoring. Same with remove. So you lose the E in remove, add your suffix, which is another vowel suffix, and your new word would be remover. Can you have a try in your books using this rule? Remember, we lose the E and add the suffix. Pause the video while you try that now. Let's have a check to see whether you got those correct. So the first one, improve, ing, improving, but you had to lose the E before adding the suffix. Second one, you should have got improved. You had to lose the E, but then the suffix was ed. So we add that so it still has 1 E, not 2. And the same with require, required, lost, 1 E, added ed. And we had to use that rule because the root words were more than 1 syllable and the suffix started with vowels, they started with an E. Moving on to today's main task. Today we're going to be analysing an information text. The first thing that I want you to do is have one read through the text in your pack called How Do Flowering Plants Grow? Pause the video and press play when you've finished reading your text. And our task for today involves completing a table with the features. So in your packs you should have a copy of this. And we're going to look over the text together. So the first thing, a title. does it include a title? Oh, we can see at the top, how do flowering plants grow? In bold. That is our title. So in your books, you're going to stick this table in and give it a tick for the title. Red and orange group, and anyone else that wants to challenge themselves, I would like you to tell me in each box and give an example. So the title would be, how do flowering plants grow? Looking at the next feature, an introduction. So look closely at your text. What is the introduction? The introduction is the first paragraph. Have you ever wondered how plants grow? Then read on. This fascinating leaflet will explain how the plant life cycle works. This is a really good introduction because it includes a question. Straight away it grabs the reader's attention. And it explains what it's going to tell you in the text. So it's a leaflet and it's going to tell you how the plant life cycle works. So, do we have an introduction? Tick or cross? Tick. And remember, if you are in red or orange group, you need to give me a little bit more information. What is in the introduction? We had our question. So you could write the question out. Next feature of our information text we are looking for is subheadings and paragraphs. Can you circle the subheadings on your page? First one I can see is the beginning. And again, that is in bold. So we can see very clearly that that paragraph is going to be about the beginning. The next one, photosynthesis, pollination, that's one of our word-aware words, and seed dispersal. So it has got 4 subheadings and 4 paragraphs. The stages of the process in chronological order. We know that the text is talking about how a plant life cycle works. So that is the process. And we can see that it's taking you through step by step how the life cycle works. The beginning. The next step would be photosynthesis, pollination, and then finally seed dispersal. Chronological order just means in the correct order for time. So again, tick or cross and explain why for a challenge. The next one, technical language for the subject. We know this is an information text and it's about science and plants, so there might be some technical language in there, some scientific language. So I want you to underline any scientific language that you find. I can see germinates. That is a technical word. It's one of our words from Word-Aware. So you're going to look through the text and underline any technical language that you find. And again, you would go back to your features table, tick if you found some, and then write any technical language that you found. So we found germinate. You might have found lots more than that. The final feature that you need to look for are diagrams or illustrations. And we can see lots of diagrams here. We've got a diagram of a flower. We've got some pictures here, and each one has got captions underneath. So for example, this one, a picture, and then the caption is a germinating seed. So you would complete your table, tick or cross, and give an example. Your chilly challenges for today include looking through the text, and trying to find different types of word class or different types of grammar. The mild challenge, you need to look for adjectives in the information text. Remember, adjectives are words that describe the noun. So for example, tiny is an adjective to describe plants. Can you think of any more adjectives that you could use to describe plants in your information text? Write them in your literacy book. The hot challenge is a little bit more tricky. You need to find conjunctions, adverbs, and prepositions to show place. So for example, over, outside, under. For example, in the first paragraph, germination, you could underline up towards. And today's spicy challenge is to find any word containing suffixes. So I've given two examples here. Helpful, full is a suffix, and kindness, ness is a suffix. So in the first paragraph, you could have less as the suffix, leafless. You need to underline any examples that you find in the text and then copy them out into your literacy book. And the final challenge is to add suffixes to the following words: garden, limit, and sunny. Sunny is a bit of a trick one. There's a special spelling rule there that we're going to learn about. So I'll be really impressed if you manage that one. Read carefully through each paragraph while you're analysing it. You might learn some new words that you could use in your own pop-up book information. Well done following along for today's lesson. We're all really proud of you. We can't wait to see the work you produce. Remember, you need to bring your pack back tomorrow. Every Friday, packs are returned so that we can look at them and mark them, see how you're doing, and then we'll give you a new pack for next week. Well done everyone, keep working hard. Bye.